Hi everyone, in today's video we're going to have a look at the research analysis page in your folder. So if you did this at GCSE, you're probably quite familiar with basically what this sort of page is. Now that you've done the vast majority of your research, we've only got a couple of little pages left to do. Um, Basically you need to reflect back on everything you've done and why you've done it and what you found out from it. Okay, so a few things to bear in mind. Okay, is one, as I've said before, and it says down at the bottom, if there's any pages in your folder that are not deemed as being useful, you never refer back to it again, you will actively get marks taken away from you. Okay, in the mark scheme, it's very, very clear. It says all research is relevant, and every time a page is you just done a page to fill up a page because Simon told me to fill up a page, um, and you never talk about it, it's never mentioned ever again, it's not relevant, marks taken away. Okay, so please just bear that in mind. Okay, so for each page that you've done, okay, there's three things you should be doing. Basically, what did you do on that page? And be specific. What you can't do is do a really, really generic, I looked at existing products. Be very, very specific about what you did. So, okay, I looked at 3 primary products and 4 secondary products. I then disassembled one product and I discovered this and that, or I looked at this. Okay, what information did you find out while doing it? Okay, so what you did, what did you find out from then doing it? And the most important part then is how are you going to apply this information in the rest of your folder? How is it helpful to you? How is it actually going to help you moving forward? Okay, so those are the 3 things you need to make sure you write about. You can have them under those headings if you wish to. Some people like to do that. Some people like to do it as a big old block of text. It doesn't matter. It's completely up to you. Okay, just worth bearing in mind, okay, that it is, remember, and I've said this before, it is A level, so the level of depth of analysis that you need to do should reflect that. Okay, that means using the correct technical language, making sure you explain why you've done what you've done and why you've done what you've done. Okay, I know it sounds kind of obvious, but A level requires quite a lot of depth compared to like GCSE. Okay, so please just again bear that in mind. Once you've done that, you just need to have a final section. So the top 5 most useful things that you've found out. So from everything you've done, okay, what are the big 5 takeaways that are definitely going to help you moving forward? Because some of them are going to be more useful than others. So what are like your top 5? So just to show you a couple of examples. So this is Izzy, who was doing architecture. So she's laid out with those headings. So she's got each of the pages that she's done. She then said, what did I do? What did I learn? How am I going to use this in the project later? So there's not a huge amount for each page, but it is quite important. You got those 3 like sections cordoned off. And then I just got up here the top 5 things that she should learn. So this tends to be the most common way people like to lay it all out. So they have like the little boxes for each page that goes through. So that is one way of doing it. Another one to look at is Will, who did his furniture. So he's done the same sort of thing. So he's done the pages for it, but he's then said what pages they're from. He's not used the headings. So I said you don't need to use those headings. Okay, you can do if you wish to. Sometimes, I'm not as much as I dislike saying this, you need to play the game a little bit. Is you need to make it as obvious as you can do to the examiner. Here's where the marks that you should be giving me are. Okay, obviously I mark it. I send it to the moderator. They mark it as well, but they're marking a lot of folders. You need to make it as obvious and easy for them as possible to find the marks. Okay, if it's like hidden in the middle of a really, really long paragraph, they might not find that as easily as if it's like boom, title here, give me some marks please. And then again, top 5 things that I've learned and will use going forwards. Okay, so there's not a great deal to talk about in terms of that page. It's relatively simple to do, better chunk of writing, but what did you do? What did you find out? How is it going to help you going forwards? Hopefully that made sense. If you've got any questions, please let me know.